All right, welcome to the Dynasty Strong Getting Started Right call. What I want you to know, Brian, Chris, Amanda, Adrian, those of you that are on here with us right now, is yes, there's slides here because if not, I get distracted and I could talk like an hour on. This is how you should use your social media to find people and not talk about the things that I really want to talk about on here to make sure that we get you started on the right feet, on the right foot. So as I'm sharing though today, if something doesn't make sense or there's a question, I want you to think of this as we're in a one-on-one phone call. Like, just be like, hey, just unmute and be like, wait, I don't get that, or that doesn't make sense, or can you explain that differently? I'm not here just to talk through it. I want to make sure that you guys ask questions. So we are Dynasty Strong. That's the name of our team. The mission of Beachbody, just to remind you guys, is we're ending the trend of obesity and we're helping others live a healthier, more fulfilling life. But our team mission is empowering others to continually develop into their fullest potential. So although today we're going to talk about a lot of things to help you get started building a business with your Beachbody coaching business, which could include a lot of words that don't make sense for a brand new coach, or you don't quite understand, like Success Club, Super Weekends, Summit, personal volume, rank advancements, all of these things. While they're all important in ways to gauge the growth of your business, I want you to remember that the heart of this business is like the number one job for you in this business is your own transformation and helping other people get results with these programs as well. So leading into that, just your number one job is yourself. So like if you ever feel overwhelmed, Brian, you're a band teacher, work at the school, you're a parent, all of the things, right? You're a husband. You have all these responsibilities. Now you're throwing on this responsibility of being a coach. If you ever feel like overwhelmed, we're gonna teach you like a business activity tracker, the things that you should do every day for your business. But if you ever feel overwhelmed, always go back to the basics. And the number one job and the most important role is that you are becoming proof the products work, that you're continually working on your own transformation. So and just stay in the loop of understanding, what are the products as you're going through your own transformation with Lift 4. Share your journey, share what's happening. If you have to notch another hole in your belt, like share that progress. If you're having more energy, share that. And then help other people change their lives with these programs. So long story short, and this is probably something I don't usually share on a Getting Started Right call like we're doing right now. But since we have Chris Pandolfo on here, I just shared with you that he won the Beachbody Challenge, the $100,000 grand prize out of the whole company, out of hundreds of thousands of before-after submissions. He won the grand prize, $100,000. Absolutely incredible. But one of the things that I want to share with you guys that I don't share often is when we met Chris, my wife and I were going through the hardest part of our marriage ever. Like I felt overwhelmed trying to save our marriage, be a great father, keep working on my business and doing everything that I could. I felt overwhelmed. And so the one thing that I focused on in my business, because you have options when things happen, and it could be like give up and give in, or do whatever you can to lean in. And during that time, we were launching in the UK. I was like, I'm going to do whatever I can to lean in on my own well-being, which meant meditation, yoga, workouts, good nutrition, and serving and helping other people. And so we just leaned in when I mentioned the Beachbody Challenge to Chris and that he could possibly win that. He said, I'm going to do it. We just put a lot of focus in me working on my own transformation and just supporting Chris in his transformation, just being that extra friend to just keep breathing that belief into him, to keep going, keep moving forward, that you could make it happen. And it happened. He won the Beachbody Challenge. And that's probably out of all of the business success we've ever had, because we're going to talk about rank, a little about income, accolades, free trips, all of that stuff. That's the highest point in my 12 years of coaching, was seeing him on stage winning that. And so that's the number one job, is transformation. I think a lot of times in business, people can get lost in the income opportunity or in rank advancements. While those things are great success markers of moving forward and helping people, and you should set those goals, but remember the focus is the transformation. So help people change their lives with this products, help them change their lives absolutely all together. And I just want to share briefly with you guys, my whole life was completely changed by a random stranger who one day knocked on my door when I was overwhelmed coming home from work after a 12-hour shift with two little babies. Here, let me unmute everybody real quick. And then when you need to chat, you can unmute just for when people come in. So I was overwhelmed coming home from a 12-hour work shift. My wife was at the Hilton Garden Inn. She worked nights. I worked 12-hour days. So I have two little girls, age 2 and 4. And this guy knocks on my door. There's a big smile, energetic personality. And Brian, you might relate to this a little bit because you work for the school district. He was new to our state. He got a job as a high school teacher and the special teams football coach. So he moved from Utah to Idaho. But he also happened to be a member of the church that Gabby and I belonged to that we didn't attend. And his role inside of the church was to bring inactive people back. And that was me and Gabby. So he knocked on my doors with a plate of brownies. I let him in because he had the brownies. And the dude was just ripped. He was like 6'3", like 240 pounds. He just finished playing college football on the special team. So he's like an elite athlete. I remember him sitting there. He's like holding these brown. I could see like veins popping out of his biceps and just like, he had this infectious smile personality. And, he had 2 daughters. I had 2 daughters. And, like I said, at the time, I didn't know he was there to bring me back to church. But I was like, dude, how do you look? How are you so ripped? We're like both 29. You look ripped with all this energy, like extremely confident. And here I am, like slouched over on the couch, very low confidence, extremely tired and chubby. So what are you doing, bro? And so he just told me what he did, that he was a strength coach. And he did what every single one of us needs to do. And I'm going to share with you, he's not a Beachbody coach. I'm just giving an example of what we need to do as coaches. He was an example of health and fitness and improving himself. And he invited me to come work out with him. He's like, bro, I train the kids at 6 a.m. You want to come work out? And I was like, I would love to, but he didn't say 6 a.m. And then I was like, where do I go? Where do I got to be? And he's like 6 a.m. At the high school gym. And I was like, dang it. Like I have to work at 5 a.m. I can't go. And he's like, you should do P90X. He's like, I heard that program gets people ripped. And so that's how I was introduced to a home fitness program. I committed to that workout program. And in 90 days, I committed all into the meal plan and the workouts, and I lost 38 pounds. And I had abs for the first time. Now, this picture right here that you see, this is not 90 days. I don't want to fool anybody. That's 1 year and 4 rounds of P90X. And I had that transformation, and I fell in love with basically what happened with me. The transaction between me and him began to happen with my friends, people I went to school with. They were just like, dude, like, what's happening to you? You're like not the same person anymore. You're out like jogging on your lunch break. You're like talking about these, they would say PX90 workouts. And they're like, I want to, like, I need to lose 40 pounds. I fell in love with the process of just saying like, dude, like commit to P90X or do Insanity, follow the meal plan, and you're going to get results. And then I became just that supporter to them, encouraging them to do those workouts. So that's where it starts with your business, is working hard on yourself and working hard to help other people transform. Now, as a brand new coach or as a coach that's getting restarted in your business, what I want you to know first and foremost is this is your business. You own your own business. And I like to tell my new coaches, I got 5 kids. I didn't build a business to babysit thousands of adults in their business. And Brian, as a parent and also a teacher of band students, I know you don't want to babysit more people for a business either. So this is your business. It's your responsibility to take initiative, to take action, to put yourself in a position for most optimal ability to grow and for success. So that would be putting yourself around fellow teammates, asking questions when you have them, looking to someone that's accomplished something in this team that you want to accomplish, getting close to them, becoming friends with them, asking the good questions so that you can grow yourself. So always be curious if you want to grow in this. But there are a ton of resources. The first place that I go, these are the first places that you can go. There's your Coach Online office. I mean, I would set a goal. Like, it's overwhelming. There's training like out the wazoo inside of there. Like, any coach could sign up without a mentor or sponsor coach and get every piece of information they need to grow whatever business they want. right? So everything's in there. So just spend time exploring your Coach Online office, seeing what's in there. Like every time a customer orders, like it gives you a notification, new customer order. Like if you have a coach on your team that gets on a new subscription, you get a notification. Like everything you absolutely need to run your business is in there. So you have that. There's also our Dynasty Strong Team Facebook page. It's a Facebook group. And if you're one of my personally sponsored coaches, there's also a Scotty's personally sponsored coach page. That's just for people that we personally bring on. For example, I'm going to be giving an announcement in there that, because we're working on building a superstar diamond team. There's going to be a specific date that we're shooting to hit that goal for, to be celebrated as a team at Summit. Everybody that is a paid diamond and above, we're going to do a pretty epic adventure for all of those that help with that goal. I haven't announced that yet, but it will, like, that's the group, that's the page that will go in, because it's just directly corresponding to our personally sponsored coaches. But the bigger team page, Dynasty Strong, is for our entire downline. So Chris, Kath, Brian, any of you guys, when you bring a coach on, feel confident knowing that as a brand new coach, you can bring coaches into this business, knowing that there's a team page that myself and other upline coaches in this team are helping to mentor, teach, answer questions, lead team calls. So you don't have to do that all on your own. So that helps give you some confidence. One other great thing about the team page on Facebook is I'm probably one of the most consistent coaches you'll ever meet. Like there's rarely a 24-hour period where if someone sends me a message, I don't answer it. Even if I'm on vacation, I block out 2 hours. I get up earlier than the kids and I work my business and I do everything. But let's say, for example, like I was in Manhattan for a week and in Florida for a week, and I was working in the morning from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Let's say, Brian, you have this important question. You can't figure it out in the Coach Online office or the Coach FAQ. You really want to know the answer that day. Like go to the team page and be like, hey, I know Scotty's on vacation or whatever. I'm trying to figure out how to place my first coach or whatever it might be, right? Can anybody give me some guidance on that? So use that team page, that team Facebook page, to collaborate, to share ideas. If something's working for you, be the leader and come into that and share. Like, if something is working really well, don't wait for someone to call on you to be the leader. That's for people to rise up, share, collaborate to make this team better. Coach FAQ, that's my favorite resource. Basically, if you any question that's ever been asked by a customer or coach to Beachbody is archived in the Coach FAQ. So if you're like, you could literally go, when is the next super weekend 2022? And it will show you all the dates with hyperlinks, how to register, how to find the local event, what it is, everything like that. So, or if we talk about Success Club today and you have a little more questions after you leave the call, you can literally go to thecoachfaq.com and be like, what is Success Club? And it will lay out, this is Success Club. Here's the rewards for Success Club. Here's how you qualify for Success Club, and so forth. So Coach FAQ is the best. Like Lift More, it's the same thing. Like people will be like, hey, when is the customer launch for Lift 4 or Lift More? I'll be on my laptop as I'm answering that message, and I'll go Coach FAQ. I'll be Lift More, and it'll be like preferred customer launch, pricing, challenge pack option. Like it'll have everything. So Coach FAQ is going to be one of your best friends. Also, I want you to know Google and YouTube are going to be your very best friends. There's hundreds of very successful coaches that put every training they've ever done on how to find prospects, how to invite on YouTube. And if you want suggestions on who I believe are the best ones to teach that, just ask me. There's some of the best coaches that have 7 business centers that do power hours, and they're recorded. And a power hour is basically like they sit down with their team and they work on the business activity tracker together, and they're recorded. So you could literally watch a recording, sit down as if you're live, and work with some of the most successful coaches. And they show you exactly what they're doing on Instagram to find people, how they're starting messages, how they're inviting, how they're following up, and all that stuff. So some other great things are that there's a Team Beachbody 411 coach page and a Beachbody Champions page. Once again, this is just like, even if you didn't have me as your upline or whoever your upline is, if you're a downline in this call, is like the Beachbody gets like the most successful coaches of that current year, like that are crushing it. And they have them do trainings on the Beachbody Champions page, like multiple times a week. Also on the Team Beachbody 411 page, that's where we have a weekly national wake up call. So I want you to take a note right now to write down Monday morning, National Wake Up Call. And I know, Brian, you have, you'll be with students during that time as a teacher, but there's the same day later, they go on to a podcast. So you can listen to it as a podcast, or a live video on Facebook just remains on that Facebook page as a video. So after the live video is done, like let's say Monday evening, you want to catch up and listen to that on your drive home or while you're doing the dishes. You just go to the Team Beachbody 411 page, scroll down a couple posts, there'll be a video. That'll be the live video that happened earlier that morning. Okay. Right now, every Tuesday, we're doing a team call at this time, noon Mountain Time. Once again, like Brian, for example, you'll be at school during that time. But we record every team call. They immediately afterwards go on my YouTube channel, and inside the Dynasty Strong Facebook page, I put a image announcing each team call with the link and the time and all that. After I do the recording, I post that in the comments. So you'll always be able to find that team call recording there later that day. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes. And who is this? I can't see.
Amanda.
Hey, what's up, Amanda?
Hey, what times are, you didn't mention for the wake up call every Monday. Do you know what time that one is?
Yeah, they are
Live?
9 o'clock Mountain Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So 8 Pacific, 10 Central, 11 Eastern.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you got it. Okay, so as a coach, I'm going to talk to you guys. I mentioned the business activity tracker. I'm going to make sure you guys know what that is before we leave this call today. But the business activity tracker is broken into 4 sections. In each section, there's some check boxes to do. So for example, the first section is be proof the products work. It has check boxes for do your workout and drink your Shakeology. Okay, so they're broken into the 4 vital behaviors, the business activity tracker. I'm just going to briefly go through these vital behaviors. The first one, be proof the products work. It means do your best to do your workout every day, follow your meal plan, and drink your Shakeology. The more in love you fall with your own transformation and the more consistent you stay with your workouts, the easier it is to talk about your workouts or your shake or whatever it is to other people. If you're not doing it, I find it super hard. And there's been times where I've been like, I've been working from home for 10 and a half years now, where I just want to go to the gym. And then I slowly go, I would do my workout on my phone, and then I would slowly go away from following the workout and just kind of go from memory. Every freaking time I do that, it's like, I find that I have a harder time getting new challengers, getting new people to buy challenge packs and come into our group, because I'm not genuinely following a program and excited about a program and talking about the program to somebody else. Does that make sense? So the more you stay on top of being proof the products do work, the easier it's going to be to talk to people. The second vital behavior is to share, connect, invite, and follow up. Okay. So that means making sure that you're sharing your journey on social media, sharing in person, starting conversations with people, talking to people, and inviting them to come on the journey. This is going to be the thing that stops most people from being successful in this business. They'll come in, do the workouts, watch every team call, watch every national wake up call, but not have the conversations. So I want you to think of this right now as, Brian, let's imagine that you take this leap and you buy a Subway franchise, and you either are paying rent for a building and you put all the equipment in there, or you buy the building. Either way, it's going to be very expensive. And then you buy the franchise. Let's say it's $75,000, and your partner now, you're in a couple $100,000. You're going to start this business, right? So there's a few things you got to do. You got to advertise. You got to let people know that you're open. You got to hire some employees, all that stuff, right? People are going to count on you. Well, like once you do that, Brian, once you do that, are you just going to put up a Facebook post and be like, my Subway's open? Or like every teacher at school, would you tell them like, hey, like I opened a Subway up over on Broadway. Like you should come over and try a sandwich sometime, or come on over with your family and I'll do a buy one, get one free. Like, wouldn't you do everything possible to get people in there? If you
own sure. You got to make the couple $100,000 back.
Yeah. So I want you guys to think of your business like this. Like you have to share, you have to talk to people, you have to invite people to come in. But I think one of the most important parts aside from that is you have to be there when they're ready to come in. Because everybody you invite to come get a sandwich isn't going to come right away. It might be a week, it might be 2 weeks, it might be a month from now. But now I'm going to paint a picture for you guys. I want you to imagine that you're inviting people, talking to people, you're inviting them, like come get a sandwich or whatever. And then 3 months in, you're just like, maybe you got the Rona, you were out for 3 days, you lose all your motivation. You start to feel a little lazy, you start to feel overwhelmed, and you just decide not to show up or have anybody cover. You just don't open the doors to your Subway. The lights don't come on, nothing. What is that person going to feel like when they drive over there for lunch? Maybe they take the 15-minute drive from work during lunch with their buddies, and they go to open the door and it's like locked and the door lights are off. They're going to be like, what the heck? I thought Brian said he had his store open. They're going to be disappointed. So I want you guys to remember that with your business. Like we're all going to have busy seasons of life. We're all going to have challenges and everything like that. But just do your best to show up, as consistently as you can. And some days might look like doing the full business activity tracker. Some days might just be doing your workout, drinking your Shakeology, and answering any message that might come to you, right? Some days might be more, some might be less, but be that person that's consistent, because people want to follow somebody that's consistent, that they know that they can count on. That's how you build trust. So the next vital behavior is personal development. 15 minutes a day will change your life. I want you to commit to at least 15 minutes a day. I'm rereading this book for the 3rd time in my 12-year journey as a coach, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. So that's one of the first things I do every single day. But I'm going to give you guys an idea. When I first started as a coach, working 12-hour days, I had the ability to listen to music. I worked service department in a cubicle and walking around making sure projects were done. I had a headset in just like Brian's got there. I would always have 2 of them in. If someone came into my office, I would pull one out. I wouldn't even pause it. It would just be continually going. And I listened to 3 books on repeat for an entire year. It was Think and Grow Rich, Millionaire Next Door, and The Slight Edge. So like when a lot of times people are like, what do you think was the biggest key to your success? It wasn't Lindsay Matway. My coach didn't babysit me or check in to see if I was on team calls or anything like that. Like I was just listening to those books, clear on my goals, and just going. Like I believed so much that my actions would produce, with the right mindset, would produce positive results. And just to give you an idea, like Think and Grow Rich is a 12-hour and 55-minute audiobook, or a 10-hour and 55-minute audiobook. I was at work for 12 hours a day. I could literally listen to the entire Think and Grow Rich book in a day. And I didn't always get all of it because someone would come in and whatnot, but I just on repeat every single day. And I can say that is probably the biggest key to my success over 10 years and the longevity of our success, and how solid our business is on great principles and foundation, was from that personal development. So work harder on your personal development than on your business. And I'm going to give you guys a tip. Like my post today, and it's almost every day, someone's like, oh my gosh, can I use that? Can I share that with somebody? Or that's exactly what I need to hear. Dude, it's exactly what I needed to hear today too. My post was me just teaching you what I learned in my book this morning, where I was like, aha, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need to work on. So a lot of my social media posts, because I'm introverted, I stay at home all day long, I don't have much to talk about. Everything's the same every day. So my social media is basically me reading until I find something like, oh, that'll help someone with their transformation. That'll help someone build a business. That'll help someone be a greater parent or whatever. And then I just teach that to other people. Like I just put it in my own words, or I'll quote. So personal development is the source of a lot of my inspiration. And I can tell you the majority of my clients and coaches that come to me, it's because they've seen me add value to them over a period of time. And then they're finally ready to get that next level, right? To do a program with me or to have one-on-one conversations and so forth. So work hard on your personal development. And then 4th, what I was talking about with Chris Pandolfo, get other people results, get yourself results, and then work on getting other people results as well. So awesome. And Amanda says she's in the 2022 challenge. Kim raises her coach. So that's awesome. Kim is one of our downline coaches. She's I think they're number 56 in the entire company right now. And Amanda, that's going to be awesome to watch you win that Beachbody challenge. So get in the team page and be like, I'm going for the Beachbody challenge. Get everybody on board with helping support you in that. Okay. So those are 4 vital behaviors. Now let's talk about some goals as a coach. Okay. What I want to share with you, because there's, everybody that listens to this call is at a different point in their life or in their business. So like what I talk about right now isn't a must, like you must do this, or myself or your upline is going to be disappointed in you by no means whatsoever, because this is your business. You get to do with it what you want. But if you're serious about wanting to grow a business, wanting to go, catch some momentum, these are some great goals to help you get that ball rolling, start getting some transformation, some success stories under your belt, start earning you some income, so you're more confident in talking about the business. These will be some great first goals for that. So a great first goal for that will be to help 3 people, and this would be in a month, get started on a program, which would be Beachbody On Demand, plus either Shakeology, or you could get them in they're called total solution packs. So it'd be like Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology, or Beachbody On Demand and First Thing, or Beachbody On Demand and Energize and Recover, which is the pre-workout and post-workout. It's called a challenge pack or a completion pack. So helping somebody get started on one of those packages. And what I want to remind you, like, yes, you can use social media, and we teach social media to expand your market, to add value to people, but don't forget the people around you. The people in your neighborhood, your friends from high school, the fellow teachers, the people that you see in the line when you go pick up your kid from the school. Like this morning, I picked my kid up from football, and there's like 10 other adults standing there. Like be a friendly person. Don't go there to sell a challenge pack to them, but go make friends, like have conversations with people, ask them about their life, see what they're up to, see what they do, see what they're working on. Just make conversations, and then the opportunity will come up for you to let them know what you do as well, and make that information. So with that being said, start with your family and friends as you warm up your cold market. What your cold market is as you start to meet new people on social media, you got to start somewhere else. So let's start with the friends and family. The other thing that I want you to think about with a cold market is a cold market's going to take time to, let's say, incubate. You have to you have to find the followers first, add them. You have to start conversations without jumping in their inbox with a sales pitch, because nobody likes that. We don't ever want you doing that. So you need to start those conversations, get to know people, warm them up, build trust with them. So it's important to start that process right now, so that 2, 3, 4, 5 months from now, you have the ability to hopefully have them as coaches or customers on your team. So when you help 3 people a month get started on what's called a challenge pack or a total solution pack, you earn what is called 2 Success Club points. Okay. You'll hear them called as SC points. They're called Success Club points. It's basically anytime someone gets Shakeology or First Thing or performance supplements on home direct, on auto ship, it's basically 90 personal volume points of auto ship or home direct. You get 2 Success Club points. Okay. And Success Club is a reward program. So for example, when you hit it for 3 months in a year, you get a cool prize. Like I got a cool sleeveless hoodie. This is Team Beachbody Coach. It's like actually my favorite shirt right now. You get at 6 months, you get another prize, 9 months, you get another prize, 12 months, you get another prize. So there's cool prizes. But aside from that, when you earn Success Club in your first 3 out of 6 months, and this is what I was talking to you about before we hit record, Brian, when you hit, for example, by January, if you hit Success Club 3 out of the 6 months, you get a free ticket to Summit. And then when you hit month 4, you get opportunity to be in a test group for a new program that comes out. And another cool thing is when you hit Success Club, we have what's called a Success Club reward trip. And for example, we're going to Riviera, Mexico, Maya, Mexico. So we're going to an all-inclusive resort for two people. It's like all-inclusive food. You get the room for 2. You have to pay for your own flights there. But basically how that works is you just look up the Success Club trip in the FAQ. It will take you to the website. You can register, or not register, you can get on the wait list. And then as you hit Success Club, a few months, you'll get an invite to actually register for the trip. And then how it works is they have what are called trip dollars. So the total trip costs a certain amount of trip dollars. And then every Success Club point you get even before you register. So for example, Brian, let's say you have 8 Success Club points this month and you're like, man, I should get on that wait list. When you even if you register after you earn those points, all the points for the year will count. So basically how it works is for every Success Club point, you get 10 trip dollars. So like, for example, if you hit Success Club 10 every single month, by the end of the year, that'd be like 1,200 trip dollars and fully cover your trip outside of airfare. So I've been on 13 of those trips and they're absolutely incredible with Gabby. And one of them, we took the last one in the Dominican Republic. We took the kids, we had the opportunity to add them on, and it was like per night, it was like $35 for the kids under 12 and $75 a night for the kids above 12. So it was awesome. So we took the kids last year. So those are just some of the perks of Success Club. So when you see people hitting Success Club, it's not like if you're not hitting Success Club, it's not like you're not successful or shame on you or whatever. It's just a perk and a reward program. Like Brian, if you have people that aren't ready for Shakeology yet and you get them on Beachbody On Demand, year access, like that's still helping somebody get into a program and a meal plan and will change your life. You still earn a commission. It still benefits your business. So Success Club isn't the end all be all, but it's a really cool reward program. So that's a great first goal as a coach that I think you guys, each one of you guys should set. I remember when I wanted to start as a coach, I told my coach on this call, I was like, I need to make $10,000. That's my goal in a year. And she's like, I can't promise you $10,000, but I promise that your income will be a direct reflection of the number of lives that you change. So I'm a numbers person. I love the compensation plan. So I was like, okay, so tell me how many lives equals $10,000. And she basically told me, she's like, Scotty, I can't tell you exactly, but I hit Success Club 10. She was a coach for exactly a year when I became a coach. So she was like, Scotty, I hit Success Club 10 every single month. And I earned a little over that in my first year, over what your goal is. So I believe if you set a goal for Success Club 10, I believe you could get there. So I hit a goal of hitting Success Club 10 every single month from month 1. And I've done it for 138 consecutive months now. And so that kind of set the standard, the goal that I set. It seemed impossible. I want you to know, when I finished that first year, I was like, I did it. For the first year, I earned the free trip to Atlantis. I was able to take Gabby. But then I was like, January, I was like, holy crap, I don't know who I'm going to talk to. Like, I'm out of people. That's how I felt. But I kept with that goal as my standard, and it keeps me working every day on those daily consistent business activity tracker activities that I'm going to show you guys. And just by, keeping my belief up, staying proof the products work, doing the vital behaviors, starting new conversations, I've been able to find people every single month for 10.5 years. So, but one thing I want you guys to know, if I miss that 1 month, I'm not going to feel like a failure. I'll be like a little disappointed, but the way I work, I'm disappointed for 5 minutes and then I get back to work. I'm like, okay, that sucked. Now let's get back to work. So, I think that's a great goal for you guys to set for yourself at the beginning. So what I want you to think about next is, when is your next group starting? I think it'd be a great idea for each one of you guys to pick a date, like, what is it? August 19th. So maybe September 5th would be a Monday, something like that. And just to give yourself, like something to invite people to. So as you're talking to Brian, as you maybe drinking your shake in the workroom at the school, whatever, the conference room, and someone's like, what are you up to? Or what are you doing? Or see you drinking your shake or whatever. You can be like, oh, this is what I'm doing. And I'm doing this program. My wife's doing it with me. And you could just totally be like, you should do it with us. Like, it's only like 40 minutes a day. Like, however that is, right? You could be like, we're starting a group on September 5th. Like, you want to do it with us. So it's having a date that you want to start a program with some people gives you a great thing to invite people to. Another thing, as a brand new coach, that I want you to know is, if you're not quite ready to start a group yet, you're more than welcome to invite them. Like, let's say they want to buy it. You talk to someone, they want to buy it now and get started next Monday or whatever. Just let me know. And if you send me their email, I can add them to our Dynasty Strong virtual gym that you are in. And so they can be in there with both of us until you're ready and confident to run your own group. So that's always an option too. So when I started, I had my own group. I would bring people in whether they bought a program from me or not. Maybe they had old P90X DVDs. I was still helping them. I was just building a community. And then people would buy things from me. Obviously, I'd bring them into the group. But I remember at month 3 in my business, my coach hosted a summer slim down challenge, and myself and a whole bunch of our other personally sponsored coaches invited people in, and we had a big group that was fun together. So if you like that vibe and want to bring people to the Dynasty Strong Virtual Gym, as you sell a challenge pack or BOD, just let me know and I'll help you get them in there. So think about when you want to start inviting immediately. Like, don't wait. It's the start that stops most people. One of the things I want to share with you guys is when I start a conversation and I get to that opportunity where I get to make an invite and be like, hey, you should do one of these programs with us. I typically know it's going to take anywhere from 3 months to 9 months for them to actually commit and follow through and buy a total solution pack from me. Sometimes it'll be right away. They'll be like, let's do it. Like, I'm ready right now. Rarely. Like, you see me hit Success Club 10 every month. Like, we're at Success Club 14 in my business right now, and Success Club in 6 in Gabby's. But I can tell you only one of those, outside of you, Brian, who's a coach that came back, only one of those is someone that bought from me that I initially started a conversation at the first of the month. The other 6 packages are from people that I've talked to for months and months. So I say that because as you get started making conversations and invites, they don't feel like you're failing when people don't start right away or have money excuses or I need to wait till next payday or any of those things, because that's normal for everybody. The important thing is, going back to that Subway analogy, is that when they come back in 3 months or come back in 6 months, you've been in their inbox or you've had one-on-one conversations. When they're actually ready, they know who to go to. And when they go to you, they need to know they're going to come to your social media and see if you're consistent, see if you're still showing up. And if you are, then that's when they come into your inbox and be like, okay, I'm finally ready. That's how most of my actual challenge pack sales look like. Hey, I know it's been a little while, but I'm ready now. So, okay. So remember that, get started on the invite right away, stay consistent with that. And then set your goal to hit Success Club in your business, earn the free trip to Summit, get yourself in a test group. That's going to be an incredible opportunity for you to share and create excitement about something new that's coming out. And then the next thing is get to Emerald rank as soon as possible. I'm not going to go into deep detail about what Emerald rank means right now and all the rank advancements. We did just do a team call on Tuesday. That was a deep dive into rank advancements and the compensation plan. So you guys can go back and watch that whenever you want. But Emerald basically means you sign up 2 coaches or preferred customers of your own and put 1 on each side. Okay. Some of the benefits of Emerald are like your new coach image, you'll get a shout out from your coach. Like, hey, Brian just advanced his business to Emerald. And like, I always teach and share a little about the income opportunity, like how it opens up a new level of, unlocks a new level of earning for team and whatnot. And so it kind of shows your audience that might be watching you quietly or waiting to see. They'll be like, oh, Brian's serious about this. Like he's making moves, he's advancing with this. And then they can kind of see that too. So that's one of the things that it does for you. Also, it does open up the opportunity for you to start building your team and earning team bonus cycles, which means you start to earn commissions based on what your coaches do as well, not only your own efforts. And you can watch the deep dive into that on the team call recordings. Like I said, all team call recordings go on my YouTube channel and in the Dynasty Strong Team page. So get started inviting for a group, invite people to the coach opportunity to be preferred customers or coaches. Let's work on hitting Success Club 5 at least, Success Club 10 if you really want to go fast, and then going Emerald as soon as possible. As a matter of fact, I'm in a chat thread with some of our leaders. We're going to do something. I know you guys are brand new, but we're going to do a push to diamond group. Me and Kim Race, she's in the top 50 of the entire company right now. We're going to do a push to diamond group with some prizes, and we start next Thursday. And to get in that group, you have to have at least 2 Success Club points on the board and Emerald to be in that push group with us. So if you really want to go and get surrounded by some people that are hustling with this, that's a great opportunity for you guys to know about as well. And I'll post that announcement in the team page probably tomorrow. We just started planning it today. Okay. About social media, don't get weird. Okay.
Hey, Scotty,
Yes,
can I ask another question? Sorry.
absolutely.
So you're talking about like Success Club and first 6 months of being a coach. So if I just signed up and
Yes.
it's already almost the end of August.
Yes.
So would my first month be just to the end of August, not a full month, or how do they do that?
So August will count as your first month,
Okay.
but to earn that free trip to Summit, you have to hit it 3 times in your first 6 months.
Right.
So
So unless I hit it in, 10 days, then.
Yeah, so you could totally hit it in the next 10 days and have your first month.
Okay.
And then you still have 5 months more to hit it 2 more times. But eventually the goal obviously is to, you want to consistently hit Success Club every single month or get to that point. But one thing I want to share with you guys to not discourage you in this, because not everybody is going to hit Success Club every single month or even their first month or their second month. It might take some time to build up the consistency, the trust, and all of that stuff. One of my favorite stories is my third coach that ever signed up is named Jennifer Greenberg. Make sure you follow her. I personally hit Success Club 10 every single month from my first month. Never missed it. She only hit Success Club 3 times in the first year, Success Club 5. Okay. So 3 times. So it'd be easy for her because we started together to be like, I'm not like Scotty. Like, I'm not hitting it every month. I'm not doing SC10. Like, what has he got that I don't have, right? It's easy to compare yourself like that. So make sure you never get caught in that trap. But the thing about her is she stayed consistent with the mission, working on the vital behaviors, on the business activities. It wasn't until month 14 that she hit Diamond. I hit Diamond in 93 days. I hit Emerald my first week, Diamond in 93 days, Success Club 10 every single month. Her, Success Club 3 times in her first year, Diamond at 14 months. Okay. So very different path, right? It wasn't until 18 months into her business that she started hitting Success Club 5 consistently every month. She hit it consistently over that next year, went from Diamond to 5-star Diamond in what's called Elite. She earned her spot to the leadership retreat in Dana Point, California. Me, her, Gabby, and her husband were sitting in the hot tub. She's like, I don't know what else to do as a leader. Like, I'm here, 5-star Elite. And I was like, you need to hit Success Club 10. And she's like, but I've never done that before. And she's super shy. She even claims to be like the shyest coach. She's like, I've never done Success Club 10. And I was like, Jen, it's because you've never decided to do Success Club 10. I was like, simply just make the decision. And she's like, okay, I'm going to do it. That was in October. That October, she hit Success Club 10 for the first time. She hit Success Club 10 for the next 2.5 years straight and went into the Legacy Club, which is, she earned over $1 million in her total earnings from when she started until that time. So it's like she got to the same point where I was, but it was a much different speed. But the thing that it was is she was consistent with the mission and the daily activities. So never judge yourself against somebody. If you don't hit Success Club or Emerald by your goal, it doesn't mean you're failing. You just got to adjust your approach and keep improving and keep building. Okay. One of the things I want to share with you guys is to share your whole story. Don't get weird. This is where I was at. Don't get weird. I see sometimes people are great on their social media talking about their kids and back to school, and they're working on this DIY project and they're doing this and that. And, this is the transformation they did on their bathroom. And then they become a coach and it's like selfies of Shakeology, workout moves. And that's their social media turns completely into shakes and workouts. And it's just weird. Okay. So don't do that. Like, obviously you do want to share some transformations. You do want to share that you're working out, but don't make it everything, because the only people you're going to be able to connect to if you're only working out, have workout and shakes, are people that do workouts and shakes. They're the ones that are going to like your post and comment because they're doing that too. So just share everything about you, about who you are, what you're passionate about. Like I said, I share my personal development. Gabby and I, one of our habits is we watch reels. We save all the ones that make us laugh and we share them with each other at night. And then all I do is I recreate the ones that I feel I could relate to coaching or our business or whatnot. So, and Brian, I see that you're great at reels too. So just share everything about your life. I share about my wife, my kids, the team, our travels, relationships, and a lot of personal development. So work on being a conversation expert, like having conversations with people. Go to other people's posts and like and comment on their stuff, start conversations. By the way, our team call the week before was exactly how to start conversations and invite. So just know there's tons of training on that. I'm not going to train you on that. But invite 3 to 5 people a day to come do a fitness program with us. Or have you ever thought about doing a fitness program with us? Or have you ever considered, being a coach like I am? Like, make those invites and start conversations with new people every single day. You'll have to go back and watch that call on how to do that. But start at least 20 to 25 a week. I personally start at least 10 conversations a day. It's probably used to be my least favorite thing. So it's on my business activity tracker after my workout and my personal development. The very first thing I do is start 10 conversations just to get it out of the way. So I don't procrastinate doing the thing that I least want to do. And I say that not because I hate making conversations, but I'm introverted. So it's very unnatural for me to go start a bunch of conversations with people. But once I do it, then I get in the groove and then it's fun. So I make sure I do that step first. You're not reaching out in those conversations to close them and sell a challenge pack right away and send them a script. You're reaching out to open the door. You're knocking the door to make a connection, build a friendship. Remember that objections are a part of the process. Like, for example, someone will be like, oh, I don't do homework. I don't do shakes, or I don't do home workouts. I'm into CrossFit. Like, I'll send them a voice text. I'm like, oh, dude, that's so freaking awesome that you do CrossFit. Like, when did you get started on CrossFit? Like, what inspired you to get started? And I support everybody. Like, when they have an objection, like if they're like, I don't do shakes, I'm like, hey, that's totally cool if you don't do shakes. As long as you're like following a good meal plan, you're working out consistently, you're going to get results. Like shakes are just and then I'll just be like, shakes are just a way, like a convenient way to get extra, superfoods and nutrition, but they're not required. So that's totally cool if you don't do shakes. Right. And like, I just take that energy and just support people and uplift them and encourage them. But then what I find is later on, 3, 6 months, 9 months later, they're like, hey, like, I actually want to try that shake, because they see me show my progress. Always I share transformations, and they see the people that we're helping are getting results. And then they're like, maybe they get stuck and they're like, hey, maybe I should try that out. Right. So objections are part of the process. I guess be excited is just going back to show like how I share that energy with people. Like I'll reach out to people and they'll be like, oh, I was a coach in 2017, but I got out of it. I'm like, oh, that's so freaking awesome that you're a coach. Like, what inspired you to be a coach? Like, what programs did you love? And I'm just excited for people. And guess what? Our 2 newest diamonds that are going to be diamond in the next 30 days are former coaches from other teams, because I reached out to them, just pumped up about life and encouraging them, and then helping them fall back in love with their workouts and getting them realigned with doing it the right way. And a lot of people sometimes have fallen out of love with coaching, let's say, because they scripted and they weren't really in love with the process of helping people. And it was just too focused on cells and scripts and not actually making connections with people. So the next part is to follow up as well. So if you really want to share see how I share my whole life, maybe take a minute a day to just scroll through my Instagram stories and just see, like, I'm showing myself picking up my kid at football. I'm sharing how I'm doing a team call right now. I share how I'm taking my first thing right when I wake up, even though I'm like still a little groggy and haven't talked to anyone yet, and I'm introverted. Like, I'm just openly sharing everything about my life. Okay, now let's talk about how to achieve rank. The first rank we talked about, getting to Emerald. The little blue Beachbody symbol means active coach. Active coach means you have 50 personal volume points. If you're on Shakeology Home Direct right now, for example, I know that's what you got in your package, Brian, you already have 90 personal volume. So you're definitely an active coach. So to be an active Emerald, what you need to do is sponsor a active coach or preferred customer on your left side and one on your right side. And I know I mentioned briefly the Push to Diamond group. Diamond is basically, you have 4 active coaches on the left, 4 on the right, and 1 on each side is an emerald themselves. So it'd be like, for you, Brian, it'd be like you have 4 active coaches on the left, 4 on the right. Let's say Allison, your wife, is a coach on the left, and she's also has 2 coaches or 2 preferred customers. She could be one of your emeralds. And then one of your buddies, let's say, is on the right. He could be one of your emeralds and you're a diamond coach. So that's how to achieve rank. We're going to go through that pretty quick because there's a deep dive call that I want you to watch when you're ready for that on our team call recordings.
For the preferred customer, is that just like an enrollment option?
Yeah. So now you could be a regular client, a preferred customer, or a coach. A preferred customer pays the same monthly fee as a coach does. They get a 25% discount just like a coach does. They get early access to new programs just like a coach does, that early window. They just don't have the ability to sell products or earn commissions.
Oh, okay.
But they do have a place in the downline. So they are placed like on Active Emerald here. If you signed a preferred customer on your left, they'd be right there in that left under Active Emerald, for example. So they're there. Sound like I'm from from UK or something back in the 1700s. Kath is from the UK. She could correct me. So a preferred customer, they go in your downline just like a coach does. If they ever want to upgrade to coach, they upgrade to coach and they already have a spot in the downline and they can start selling products.
Oh, okay.
So that's a pretty cool thing. The business activity tracker, this is super important. And I do need to wrap up this call pretty soon. Let me just send one text that I'm going to be just a minute late to this call because I don't want to rush you guys off. Give me 1 second. I get excited about these calls and I just keep going. Okay. Hey, I'm going to be about 5 minutes late. Okay. So I mentioned a few times the business activity tracker, short BAT. You'll hear people say the BAT, the BAT. You're actually going to see in the Dynasty Strong Team page, we're trying to build a habit of whoever gets done with their business activity tracker first in the day to put it in the team page, like a screenshot that you're done with your work for the day. And then it's just for extra accountability. And then when you finish yours, you come in and just drop it in the comments below whoever posted one already. So if you're the first one in the day, you put it up first. If you go to the team page and someone's already completed their BAT, their business activity tracker, just put your screenshot in below theirs. It's just kind of an accountability. It's kind of a cool way for me also to see which of my coaches are working consistently and staying on track, and kind of that extra accountability. It's keeps me on track of be like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm completing this every day so my coaches can see what I'm doing as well. So there's a few different versions of it. I'm personally using this iOS app called the SC BAT. I just found it in the store, in the Apple store. It's just an app, and then you click each one as you do them. See drink Shakeology workout, engage personal development, initiate connections and followers, do a social media post, respond to all new likes, comments. So it's every activity of the business activity tracker. I click that. That's the one I use. You can log into your Coach Online office, into your back office, and there's a daily activity tracker. This is more in depth where you can actually make notes of the prospects that you're talking to, and schedule follow-ups and stuff like that. So that's a little more in depth that you can use. I schedule all my follow-ups. I use a note on my iPhone. I use my notes for my follow-ups. So this first app works well for me. But if you are, and I'm not a very organized person, so if you're super organized and strategic like that, this BAT will probably be the best one, the one in the middle in your Coach Online office. If you're a pen and paper kind, just printing off the PDF from your Coach Online office, or you can just Google search Beachbody Coach Business Activity Tracker, and this Success Club System Daily Business Activity Tracker will pop up, the one on the right. And then you can check that every single day, take a picture, and track your progress. One of the things I want you guys to know, when you're a new coach with me, I send you a new coach welcome email that has the couple of videos from corporate that it's only like 25 minutes. But then I give you a 14 video series playlist called the Success Club System Business Activity Tracker training. And basically in that training, make sure you go through that. It's probably one of the best places for you to get started on this business for like, what do I do daily in my business? Because what I do is I took this PDF and every single box, there's 14 videos. And so one is I explain what the business activity tracker is and the importance of staying consistent in it and what it will do for your business. And then each video is like 3 to 5 minutes explaining being proof the products work. That's important. And then initiate conversations and add followers. I do like a 3 to 5 minute video and tell you exactly some ways to initiate conversations, how to add followers, how to make new connections. And so that training is basically telling you how to do each one of those check boxes in your daily to-do list. Okay. And then I want you to be more focused. Like we talked about the goal of like, let's hit Success Club. Let's hit Emerald, which means sign on 2 coaches of your own. And those are goals for you to achieve. But what I want you to be more focused on is falling in love with the process. And so celebrate, like we're going to celebrate when you hit Success Club. We're going to celebrate when you hit Emerald. We're going to celebrate when you sign your 3rd coach and you're moving towards Ruby and Diamond. But I think the most important thing is that you do your business activity tracker every single day, because doing that daily is what's going to bring the Success Club points. That's going to bring that. If you're not consistent in it, those other things won't happen. But it's also hugely rewarding to be able to check off a box and know that you did everything that you were supposed to do that day. Right. I think a lot of times when someone feels overwhelmed as a coach, it's because they're busy like you, maybe Brian, they're a teacher, maybe they teach band as well. They got a wife, they got kids, got to get to work, get back to work, got to do their workout. And then they're like, okay, I only got an hour to do my business. Maybe it's 2 30-minute blocks, one during your lunch, one late at night when the kids are in bed or whatever. And you sit down and you go on Facebook and you look at your notifications. You're like, oh, Scotty Hobbs posted in Dynasty Strong. And you go over there. You're like, what's this about? Oh, there was a team call yesterday. And then you see someone else posted something and you click over there. And then 30 minutes pass and you're like, you're out of time to work and you got to get to bed. And you're like overwhelmed with Beachbody coaching with your business, but you didn't actually do your business. Does that make sense? I see it so many times in coaches. So when you work your time, I want you to value your time, value your wife and your kids and your job. And when you sit down to work on your business, just stay extremely focused on those activities, doing each one of those business activities. And like I said, you're going to have sometimes in life when it's more busy and hectic, sometimes when you have more time, but stay consistent and daily in it. I don't do it Sunday. In some of the years where I more coasted in my business, I didn't do it Saturday, but I would bust my butt Monday through Friday. Right now I do Monday through Saturday on my business activity tracker. But one of the things I want to share with you, sometimes things happen like, and there's tons of things that I won't give a specific example, but your day just gets like, could be things with the family, things come up, you got to drop everything and go put out a fire or whatever it might be. Right. On those days, like what I do is I make sure that I don't have very much time. I'll do my personal development. I'll do my workout, and then I'll share something on my social media from this. So I add value on my social media. I'll start at least 5 conversations. I typically do 10, but on these busy days, I'll start 5. And then that's it. If that's all that I have time for, like I'll do my workout, drink my shake, read my personal development, make a post on social media, start for 5 conversations, and then I'll get to whatever I need to do to take care of on that busy day. And then what I do is I'll find little 5-minute gaps, whether I'm like picking my kid up at football and their practice is done, but they're still in the huddle. Then that's when I'll get into my inbox and I'll answer some messages maybe from those 5 conversations. Right? Or answer some messages from yesterday and kind of squeeze in a little more work throughout the day. And that way I can stay consistent every single day and doing at least something. So I don't want you to feel like if you can't do everything every day, you're failing. You're not, but just stay consistent, at least in those business and those 4 vital behaviors, and do the very best you can on those days that it gets a little busy and hectic, and know that nobody's ever going to be perfect. Okay, we need to end this out. Some of the takeaways from this call, just as a recap, make sure that you fall in love with the journey, with the 4 vital behaviors, your journey, and doing the business activity tracker every single day. I'm going to challenge you when you complete your business activity tracker, screenshot it, put it in the team page. Heck, I don't even care if you don't complete the business activity tracker and you got half the boxes checked off, screenshot it and put it in the team page. You'd be like, hey, Today got away from me, but I did the best I could with what I had today. Right. And just be a part of the team, be involved with that. Really start to think about, like, get a piece of paper. Here's mine. Like, I'm working on a huge goal of superstar diamond with the team. And so, like, I have names here of people that I think would be great coaches and great people who have potential that I think could be my next emeralds, who are obviously going to become the next diamonds. So be thinking about who are your next business partners and coaches, and hitting Success Club and Emerald. Remember that the resources are always available in the team page. If you can't figure things out, like Brian, come to me and ask me. I'm very responsive. There's times when I'm very disciplined in putting my phone away in another room plugged in. But those blocks are usually like 3 hours. I'll put away for 3 hours while I'm with Gabby on our date, or while I'm throwing catch with the kids, my phone will be put away. But when the kids go to bed and I'm not watching a show yet with Gabby, like, I'll pick up my phone. And if there's a question from one of my coaches and I'm not with my family, even if it's not out in my business hours, like, I'm not just going to randomly scroll Instagram reels or whatever, right? I'll answer questions. So, and if I don't, let's say you sent me a message at 5:00, it's my family time. I got to pick girls up from dance, get kids to football, be to a jamboree football game in the morning. Like, it might be the next day at 11 a.m., but I'm going to answer that message. So know that you guys can ask in the team page. You can ask me. I might be off work when you ask me, but I will get back to you. And then the next thing is, it's the start that stops most people. So let's get started right now. Even as a brand new coach, Brian, or anyone on here, like, you can lead now. Like, you could be the one tomorrow that does your business activity tracker at 6 a.m. or whatever. And you just, like, you start 3 new conversations, you make some invites and you put some stuff on social media, you do everything. Heck, you could be the first person done on a Saturday morning and put your business activity tracker in there. Or you could sell your first challenge pack and be like, hey, this is how I talk to my friend. This is kind of how I approach them. This is what worked. And you can come share that in the team page and help teach other people. So start now, lead now. And the best way to learn is to actually start. It's to start having conversations, start making invites, and asking questions. Okay. Whoa, I talked a little too fast there. I got like half about cough. So, okay, I'm excited for you guys to be on the team. And once again, let's work. Check in with me as my new coach, Brian. I'm going to be following up with you too once a week, just to make sure you're on track with your workouts, make sure you're on track with your nutrition, make sure you're started your business activity tracker and going with that. But know that I'm always here when you guys have questions. But don't wait for me to tell you what to do. I like to share this all the time with Lindsay, or this is something I don't share often enough. Right when I started, Lindsay went on a free trip she earned with Beachbody and was gone the entire first week of my business. And luckily there was one girl on the team that answered my questions that I put in the team page, but I got off and running. Like, I had Success Club 10 before I ever had a getting started right call or a talk with my coach, Lindsay. And actually, just to kind of show you guys my personality, to see what traits it takes, like, to build this business, I actually got my message from Lindsay was like, hey, did you realize you have enough coaches to be diamond? You just need to make 2 emeralds. And I'm like, okay, wait, what? Like, what's an emerald? How do I make someone else an emerald? Because I had just been sharing my story, inviting people, bringing people on as coaches, because I believed it was like the best way for somebody to be committed for the long term, get a discount on their shake, have the opportunity to share with other people and get their shake paid for. That I had signed 14 coaches and hadn't taught any of them how to be emerald yet. I was just bringing everybody on because I was so excited about it. And then she's like, okay, you're like, have enough coaches for diamond. Now let's make a couple of them emerald. So I signed my wife up at that point. She wasn't even signed up yet. I helped her sign 2 coaches. And then I helped my friend from high school, Melissa, sign her first 2 coaches. Like, I helped her talk with a couple of her friends. We did a little, and this is where I say you don't have to only be on social media. We did a healthy barbecue. Like, we invited people over. We did some shish kebabs. We had a campfire. We even had some s'mores, but we made some icy chocolate peanut butter and banana Shakeology as like a dessert. They absolutely loved it. We told them that we were doing workouts and what this business was about. And she signed up both of her friends that came, and she became an Emerald. So get creative, have fun. And I think the most important thing is let's get started now. Okay. All right. We'll see you guys later. And I'll see you guys in the team page.
Cool. Thanks, Scotty.
Yep. Thanks for coming on, Brian. Thanks, Kath. Thanks, Amanda. See you later, Chris. And Raven, I see you on here too. Okay. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.